Hey vinyl community, sit back and relax while I take you through my vinyl finds for the months of August and September 2020. Hey YouTube and vinyl community, Sean here, back again with another video. Before I take you through what I've picked up, just want to say it's been sad the last few days hearing about the legend Eddie Van Halen passing away. I just couldn't stop listening to his music, to be honest, the last couple of days in his honor. You know, there were many talented guitarists out there, but he was on a complete other level. He may be gone, but his legacy will definitely live on. So over here in Melbourne, we've been in lockdown since July. Yes, since July. Mostly everyone in the state cannot leave 5 kilometers, 3 miles. So we had a curfew between 8 p.m. and 5 a.m. also for a while. They've recently taken that off, but since July, yeah, you couldn't pretty much go to any stores, basically just to buy groceries. So especially record stores being closed, so I pretty much had to buy everything online. So here's what I've picked up online between August and September 2020. So first off, I'm going to show you the Record Store Day Drop 1. So I've picked up U2's 11 o'clock TikTok 12-inch single. So this was on a gatefold. Some nice photo shots there. So yeah, so this is the second ever single not featured in their albums, released, and features on side A 11 o'clock TikTok and Touch, and side B Live at the Marquee, Touch and Twilight. So yeah, that's pretty much what I've picked up, and that came on a nice blue coloured vinyl. Next off, I've picked up also for Record Store Day Drop number 1, I've picked up Pink Floyd's Arnold Lane. So this was their last ever performance as Pink Floyd. This featured the song Arnold Lane, recorded live at the Barbican Centre, London, and this was a Syd Barrett tribute show, 2007. So that was on a 7-inch single, and it's one side is the song, and the second side is a nice etched vinyl, which is pretty cool. So glad to have the final performance in my collection. Now for drop number 2, I've picked up Roger Waters' The Wall live in Berlin. So this came on a gatefold. Here we go, nice shot over there. I think they had many thousands of people in attendance. A good couple of thousands from what I recall. Yeah, so I never found this in record stores, so glad to have this in my collection. So it features guests such as, you know, Scorpions, Bryan Adams, Cyndi Lauper, Joni Mitchell, and many others. So this came in a 2 LP set. So came in the artwork, which is pretty cool. And this also came in a cleared coloured vinyl. So it's a cleared vinyl, which is pretty cool. And next off I've picked up is Jimi Hendrix. So this is Jimi Hendrix from the live album Band of Gypsies. So this is the single for Message to Love and Changes. So this was recorded at the Fillmore East, New York City. So it features Billy Cox on bass and Buddy Miles on drums. And this came in a nice coloured vinyl as well. So next off, I'm going to show you the non-Record Store Day releases. So pretty much a Canadian friend of mine saw me post a photo. I was listening to Bryan Adams on my turntable, so I put a photo up on Instagram, and he told me, listen mate, I'm going to show you a good couple of other Canadian bands, artists and bands. So he sent me a couple of recommendations. This is my mate Stu, by the way. And yeah, so he gave me a list. I was listening to them one by one on Spotify, and the one that amazed me is the Japandroids. So Japandroids is a 2-piece band, garage rock from Vancouver. And yeah, I've picked up straight away. Once I listened to the band, I just got hooked straight away. And I picked up their second album, Celebration Rock. So this came in a 2 LP. Actually, it's a 1 LP, sorry. It's on white vinyl. Really dig this band. Very good 2-piece band, high energy, love it. Now, so yeah, I found a record store here in Melbourne ordered it right away, received it right away. Postman knocked my door, filled the record mailer, and it was lukewarm. So our weather conditions over here in Melbourne has been terrible weather, but that particular day was a pretty warm day, over 20 degrees. And yeah, so once I felt the record mailer, the first word that came to my head was, this is warped. So yeah, for sure. So I opened it up and surprise, surprise. So yeah, I got to wait a few weeks and I get this record flattened. I know a record store here called Goldmine Records, so they have an orb record flattener, and so because of lockdown, the store is closed at the moment. I can't go there, so it might happen till maybe, who knows, November, December to get this flattened. So the digital card came in handy. So yeah. So next stuff I want to show you is what I picked up is Pink Floyd Metal. So this is their 2016 remastered reissue. So this is, you know, between the Syd Barrett era and then the later on themed albums, you know, The Wall, Dark Side of the Moon. This was right in between, and this is where they started to originate this signature sound, and this was more of an experimental album. So yeah, on side A you've got Fearless, you know, one of my favorite songs, and on side B you've got the 23-minute song Echoes, which is quite popular. So yeah, next off I'm going to show you is by this Melbourne band I've picked up, Peak Temple. This is their second album out of 3 albums. This is called Tales. So this is a Melbourne band, and they play like garage rock, punk rock. So yeah, I pretty much discovered this band. A mate of mine, Mike, he gave me a call once. He told me, you know, I bought you tickets to go see him live. I was like, great, let's go watch him after work. And yeah, he bought me the tickets. I went to go see him. Never heard one song of this by this band. And on the night, he told me, guess what? This is their last ever show. They're splitting up right after this show. And I was like, what? So yeah, they're heavily played on PBS Radio, which is a radio station here in Melbourne. So it's very local scene type of music. And yeah, so when I went to the show, loved it, was blown away by their music. The crowd was singing word by word. It was sold out. It was a great show, and yeah, it was one hell of a show. And it was a shame I was shattered afterwards, because I really enjoyed the band, and it was the last ever show, and straight away, you know, I just was hooked to their sound. And yeah, recently decided to pick up their album, second album, and on this album there's 2 great songs. There's one great song is Big Fish, and the other song is Carol, and there's another great song. So highly recommend checking out this band. Really dig this band, and I have a feeling they might reunite at some point in the future. So next stuff I want to show you is Foo Fighters. This is a call. So on side A you've got This Is a Call, and on side B you've got Winnebago. So This Is a Call is from their debut album, the self-titled debut album, and I picked this up, 7-inch single. So I'm going to start collecting the Foo Fighters. I'm a massive Foo Fighters fan, and I'm going to start collecting their singles, which is pretty cool. So yeah, side A. Next off I want to show you is a record by a fellow VC member. I've shown this record before, but I just want to show it again. So this is Radical Times, 5 Clones. So a fellow VC member, Gil, which is King's Drummer, is his YouTube channel name. So yeah, this is their 7-inch single, and yeah, this is I'm a big fan of his channel, and completely wanted to support his band, him and his band. So I picked this up. So yeah, 5 Clones, great music video, and from what I recall, the singer made a comic book which is called 5 Clones. So there's a bit of a theme happening with the music and the comic books, which is pretty cool. So this came on a nice splattered colored vinyl, which is pretty cool. So yeah, I really dig the music. Gil was the drummer in the band, and this also came with a couple of merch stuff. So you got a couple of stickers, a couple of badges, and also 5 Clones, which I think is the comic book by the singer of the band, which is pretty cool. So yeah, that's pretty much it what I've picked up on vinyl. And also wanted to say a huge thanks to my mate Michael, which I've met once at a Kiss Expo. He's in Sydney and he found out about us here in Melbourne being in lockdown, so really appreciate it. He sent me a good couple of Blu-rays and DVDs that he made for me, which is pretty cool. So he sent me Kiss live in Tokyo 1977, which is pretty cool. He also sent me Kiss live in Rio 1983. This has Vinnie Vincent in the band, which is pretty cool. Also sent me Kiss 1973-1974 media collection. So all the footage for those 2 years, TV footage on a Blu-ray. Also sent me Kiss 1997 when they reunited, the original band, Los Angeles, California, 1996. Which is pretty cool. And he also sent me Kiss Unplugged. So we've got the uncut version and the actual DVD. And last off, he sent me also the Beatles' Let It Be. So yeah, that's pretty much it what I've picked up on vinyl and these couple of Blu-rays I received. Really appreciate it for you sticking by and watching what I've picked up. So yeah, closing things off, I just want to say if you like this video, chuck a like, a thumbs up, and maybe, subscribe to my channel. Would really appreciate it. Extremely appreciate it. So cheers, ciao for now, catch you later.